Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight with the Wheels America Racing Cup Series Harpoon Design 200. And tonight in the booth with me, Daryl Young Jr. Daryl, you as pumped as I to go super speedway racing here.
Super speedway at Nashville. This is going to be exciting. You know, when I think of super speedway, I think of Nashville.
Hey, you know, it's got to be the best super speedway on the circuit, Daryl. I can't wait to see some bump drafting and 4-wide action here tonight.
It's going to be great. There's no brakes at super speedways, so yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for sure. You know, this is, I believe, the second race of the season here tonight. And Daryl, who do you think are the ones to watch for out there tonight here in Nashville?
Oh, you know, are you going to make me make a pick this early, or are you just ones to watch?
Let's do the ones to watch for now, and then we'll do our picks maybe after qualifying.
Well, I feel like ones to watch tonight will be that number 5 car, William Robbins. I think he'll be fast tonight. I think Steve Tucker will be fast tonight, unless he decides to spin himself on a green white checker. And I think Matthew Fleming is fast tonight as well.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see as they are already starting some qualifying action. Let's go trackside, see what is going on here as the number 9 machine out on the track. That is the one and only Michael James. Right now, top of the board, though, Matthew Fleming with a 30.527. Thomas Meeks second. And Chad White in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 28 machine, rounding out your top 3 here early on in qualifying.
Yeah, then we have Tyler Smith in P4 so far. Derek Fye, P5. We got Christian Taylor in P7, Blake. What's that all about?
I don't know. Last week, if you remember right, he had some speed. He qualified, I think, in the first couple rows. Let's see if he can do it again. Not gonna, but Chris Esri out there, boy, that's a good-looking new ride here for Chris Esri. Let's try and get a closer look here of that number 20 machine.
Well, that 20 car looks really good. Currently P5, Bakersfield, California. And, oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, juicy spider.
Landing the drone. Oh, well, looks like he's towing it there. But it looks like we got the drone landed on him. But let's jump out right now, top of the board. Your buddy, Steve Tucker out of Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's a good thing he had a great first lap on the pole, because the second lap, he kind of spun it coming out of 4, Blake, on the second lap. But it doesn't matter. Pole sitter so far.
Josh Larson out there, 7th position. Boy, last week we saw a questionable move there from Josh Larson. You know, some may have thought he brought the yellow out intentionally, but he claims he didn't, Daryl.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to take a man for his word. Sometimes you don't. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you guys in the chat, if you remember that moment last week, let us know what you think. You think Josh Larson might have brought that caution out intentionally? I'm not sure, but all I know, Jesse Becker's out here in that number 97 machine from Southport, North Carolina, driving for Storm Motorsports. On the HMS TV nose cam, Jesse Becker out here around Nashville Super Speedway. Tonight's race, 150 laps here around this big high banks of Nashville Super Speedway.
Well, Jesse Becker needs to work on his time management skills, because qualifying is over.
Well, perfect timing there, Daryl. Yeah, Jesse Becker might have, missed that one a bit, but nonetheless, looks like it's official. We can go ahead and call it quick time. Steve Tucker, top of the board. We are only going to have one outlap here for some grid action, so let's jump straight into tonight's starting lineup. We look for a good shot here, folks. We don't really have one here at Nashville. Not going to lie, Daryl, this track isn't the most aesthetic track I've ever seen. This thing should have been a parking lot.
Yeah. Well, as big as this track is as a super speedway, you'd think there'd be some better shots. But we got our starting lineup. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're pumped up because we are. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, here with the Wheels America Racing Cup Series Harpoon Design 200 Nashville Super Speedway. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. On your front row, from the pole position, still waiting for him to grid up, it's the number 1 from Harpoon Design Racing, Steve Tucker. On his outside, the 88, Matthew Fleming. Row number 2 on the inside in the 55 machine, Thomas Meeks III. On his outside, the 3, Dennis Hansen. Row number 3 on the inside in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV, number 28 machine, Chad White. On his outside, from Juicy Spider Studios, it's the 20, Chris Essery. Row number 4 on the inside in the number 5 machine, William Robbins. On his outside, the 51, Josh Larson. Row number 5 on the inside in the 21 machine, Tyler Smith. On his outside in the 39, Joseph Mealy. Heading into row number 6 in the 09, Derek Fye. On his outside, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. On the car, it's the 76, Dexter Canopy. Row number 6 on the inside, Flim Dogs on the car. It's the 9, Michael James. On his outside, this guy might be a weapon tonight, Daryl. It's the 96, Christian Taylor. Row number 8 on the inside. I tell you what, I was watching some practice earlier, Daryl. This 05 machine, Noah Rainwater, I saw him spin out about 45 times. He might be a weapon tonight. It's the 05, Noah Rainwater. On his outside, the 36, Dylan Marante. Row number 9 on the inside in the 17 machine, Christopher Reynolds. On his outside, the American Badass. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 13, Michael Lanfear. Row number 10 on the inside, going to be the 73, Justin Malarkey. On his outside, the 2, Cody Keller. Row number 11 on the inside, Landon Bednar's. On the outside, Ivan DeChamps. And folks, we didn't say your favorite driver. Well, it's because they're slow. They're starting in the back. We're gridded up here. We're about to drop the hammer and go green, Daryl.
Yeah, this might be strategy, but Marshall Harris did not grid.
Oh, that is a shocker, Daryl. That guy is so, punctual and whatnot. But the pace car is in. Field is set. Tucker on the inside. Fleming on the outside. Green flag in the air here at Nashville. We're on board here with Steve Tucker out front. Let's see if he can hold on as we're still clean and green. For now, you got a side-by-side battle for the second position. Oh, little side slapper there from the 55 of Meeks, racing a little dirty on Matthew Fleming.
Yeah, I see that. It looks like they're going to calm down a little bit and go single file. Looks like most of the field, actually, Blake, is already single file.
Yeah, Daryl, keep an eye on Marshall Harris. You know, he's one of the favorites to win this race here tonight, and unfortunately did not grid up.
Yeah, I must have had a really important excuse to not race right now.
Oh, I'm certain he did, but right now in the last position, you got Robert Hassan from Essexville, Michigan. He's back there battling with Jesse Becker in an HMS TV. Battle for last. Let's hop on board. Door-to-door battle for last as Robert Hassan trying to hold off the number 7 of Ivan DeChamps. Tucker's still out front here, Daryl. And you know what? We didn't have time to make our picks to win tonight. I'm going to let you pick first. Who you got?
I will go ahead and pick. You know what? Why not Thomas Meeks? We're going to go with Thomas Meeks tonight.
Oh, wow. Thomas Meeks in the 3rd position. Daryl Young going with the pick there. You know what? I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to do a little homer pick here. I'm going with the 28, Chad White. This guy never gets the job done for us. I think for once he might do it.
It's quite possible. Running P6, doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of his home track here. He's from Loudon, Tennessee. Not really close to Nashville, but definitely not too far.
Hey, you were right, Blake. Look at all this bump drafting that we have going on here. It's 3 wide. This is super speedway. It's incredible.
Yeah, the super speedway racing is just crazy here on iRacing. This last update, Daryl, might have been pretty wild. The last super speedway I saw was a lot different than this.
Yeah, maybe they screwed up the update. We'll see.
Absolutely, but on the back of the car there, Chad White with the HMS TV Simtography logo. If you're looking for on-track pictures, folks, check out HMS TV Simtography. Shoot us a message on our Discord, which is linked in the description here tonight. But tonight's race, Daryl, you got any information on the race today?
As far as like strategy or
No, the name of the race.
Oh yes, this is the what is this race called? I think it's called the Harpoon Design. Is it the 250? No, the 200, Blake.
200,
the
and you
Harpoon
saw the
Design 200. Yeah.
You saw the drone parked on Steve Tucker's hood there, and there you have it, the Harpoon Design #1 machine. Steve Tucker, your race leader here in the Harpoon Design 200 at Nashville. Well, caution is out here. Let's take a look at what happened as the drone is going to fly off here, folks. So we're going to lose connection to the drone here. And we got Christian Taylor involved in an incident, Daryl. He is not happy.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to watch it back, but it looks like he came out of 2 and just went up way too far. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he thought he had some more room, but I'd say that one definitely on Christian. A little overzealous on that move there, huh?
Just a little. I'm sure Michael Lampier, the number 13, is not going to be too thrilled with that.
Yeah, that's not one guy you want to make mad. I mean, he might have came down a touch, but Christian goes up way more than Lampier goes down. But nonetheless, that brings out caution #1 here at the big super speedway of Nashville. Now, Daryl, have you ever been to Nashville?
I have. I have not been to this super speedway, but I have been to Nashville multiple times.
What are your favorite things to do down in Music City, they call it?
Well, I actually have a nice little history with Nashville. I got engaged at the Titan Stadium. Yeah, that
Nissan
was
Stadium
fun.
there, huh?
Nissan Stadium. Back then, it was called LP Field, and got engaged in 2008. Had the message up on the scoreboard during the game. It was when Brett Favre was with the Jets, and that was back when he was flirting with that cheerleader, and they got himself in trouble. Yeah, it was that year, Blake.
Now, Daryl, I have always wondered. I mean, it's got do you know when that message is going to come up on the board, or are you just sitting there telling her to read the board the entire game?
No, I knew exactly when it was going to come up. It actually, all the money went to a good cause, and I knew exactly when it was going to come up, and it was great.
Well, that's great. But we're going to line them up here again. Again, our first caution of the evening. We are going to have a stage here. After 34 laps, at the start of lap 35, we're going to have a stage, Daryl, and then we're going to go the last 115 laps with no stages after that.
Yeah, this is going to be a long race. I can't believe they're only on lap 9. We got to get comfy here for a long race. Oh,
absolutely. We might be here for a while. Now, Daryl, what do you think of these stages? I feel like it's fairly early in the race. If you're going to have a one-stage race, having it on lap 35 out of 150 seems a little early there, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little early, but at least all the drivers know that it's lap 30 or 35, and they can, plan accordingly prior to the race. Use that for their strategy and whatnot. But it'll be fine.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get the 1 to green sign this time around. We got a quick message from actually Todd Gilliland. Larry McReynolds and Todd Gilliland both want to tell you something. We'll be right back, folks, before we go green.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Nashville. You haven't missed nothing yet here, folks. About to drop the hammer and go green. Going to be Steve Tucker on the inside, Matthew Fleming on the outside. And Daryl, you're going to take a screen this time.
That sounds wonderful. I'd be more than happy to, Blake. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead under caution for a second.
3 wide starts, all right.
Yeah, that'd be great. A little IndyCar action. Pace truck is pulling off the track. Steve has the choice to go whenever he wants in the restart zone. Green flag is out.
There you have it. He's slamming that green flag there as the field goes by, heading into turn number 1. Steve Tucker, your race leader, while Matthew Fleming holds on to that second position. We got one sideways. Hard to the wall goes the 9 of James. Caution is out. Well, that didn't take long, Daryl. Let's see this replay here. Ivan DeChamps slightly involved as well. Let's take a look here. So you see him kick side. Okay, he kind of slams the brakes to not run over the 21 there, and unfortunately loops it into the wall. And then Ivan DeChamps in the 7 kind of gets into him.
Yeah, unfortunate. It looks like, just didn't. Either the guy in front of him just didn't let off enough, or let off too much, or something.
Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, it looked like the guy in front of him might have gotten to the wall a little bit, and James had to check up big time. Slams the brakes, loses it. That brings out caution number 2 already. A big shout out here tonight. You know, we got Bubba Myers Custom Designs out there, Juicy Spider Studios. All our fans tuned in here tonight. Be sure to check them out, folks. You can message at Juicy Spider Studios on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. Shoot them a message. You're looking for any kind of graphic stuff, 3D rendering, all kinds of good stuff. But we're going to line them up, try it again. May as well take a quick break because you're not going to miss nothing here, folks. We will be right back.
Real quick, you both off the real quick touch. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1, 2, 3 finish. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. From over-the-top calls to electrifying action, we bring it all to the table. The whole field's chunking it! It's a drag race to the checkered flag in the air. Justin Thompson wins the Harpoon Design 500.
But the action doesn't just stop when the stream ends. Whether you're looking for a broadcaster or looking to secure your spot in our next special event, the best way to get a hold of us, and the only way to enter our exclusive events, is to join the HMS TV Discord server.
Don't get left on the trailer. What are you waiting for? Join the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord community today by scanning the QR code shown on your screen. We'll see you there.
And we're back here in Music City. Still Steve Tucker out front. Matthew Fleming in the second position on the outside. Now, Daryl, you think we might be able to log some laps around? The third time might be a charm.
I hope so. I think Vegas right now says the over-under is to run at least 14.5 laps. Over-under. What do you got?
That's a pretty high number, you know. I'm taking the under. I hate to be that way. I'm going with the under, Daryl.
Taking the under as well.
Well, good thing you got the Vegas odds ready here, you know, over in Music City, keeping track with these odds during the race. Pace truck is in, though. Field is set. Again, Tucker on the inside. Fleming on the outside, rolling into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air once again here at Nashville.
We are clean and green heading into turn 1. Let's hop on board with somebody near the back, see how this madness is looking. Jesse Becker in the 22nd position. Looks like we're single file through most of the field here. Nobody's junked it just quite yet.
Yeah, most of the field is single file. We do see some two wide action, but not much. I think even these drivers are getting tired of caution, so they're wanting to chill out maybe a little bit and just go single file and run some laps.
Yeah, keeping an eye on Noah Rainwater again. I watched him during practice, Daryl. I don't think this guy made it more than 5 laps without looping it, so hopefully he's figured something out here tonight. How about this beautiful Kellogg's machine? Dexter Canopy in the 14th position, trying to get the old Terry Labonte throwback up to the front.
Yeah, and I think I talked about it last week. Terry Labonte was my favorite driver back in the 90s and the early 2000s. So I like to see the Kellogg scene.
Absolutely, but we jump back up front. Steve Tucker just put down the fastest lap of the race, and Daryl, this might be the guy to beat here tonight if he doesn't blow it.
Yeah, it could be the guy to beat, but Chad already knows what I'm probably going to say. Tire wear. Gotta watch your tires. Tires. Track temp, 112 degrees. Concrete. Manage your tires, especially if this goes green too long. Don't want a situation where you're the fastest car on the track and then turn out to be the slowest car on the track because of your tires. So tire management is still going to be key.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see how this all plays out as Thomas Meeks holds on to the 3rd position, but we got a battle for 4th between William Robbins, who's on the inside, and then Dennis Ansman on the outside. They're single file.
Yeah, it looks like they were going at it for a couple laps and decided to go ahead and just calm it down a little bit and stay single file.
Absolutely. Well, let's go up to our eyes in the sky. The Brett Myers blimp here as Dennis Ansman still in the 5th position. Let's drop back in the field a bit here. You got basically the whole field single file from what I'm seeing. But the Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Pennsylvanian Dustin Malarkey in the 16th position, looking to make a move on the number 2 of Cody Keller. We got Wheels America Racing on that number 2. That's a good-looking car there for Cody Keller in that 2. Hopefully he can get that car up towards the front here tonight.
Yeah, that is a good-looking car.
Oh, You better slam them brakes, boys. We got one going in. That was, I believe, the 20 of Chris Essery, as well as Dennis Ansman involved. Let's take a look. All right, folks, take a look here. We're in the chopper view. We got side-by-side. The 20 comes up the track and up. Yeah, Chris Essery might have thought the 3 was going to be up a little bit higher than that.
Actually, I'm looking at it again. It looks like Dennis Ansman just gets a little loose coming out of the corner. It looked like to me he was about ready to loop it, and he let off the gas a little too much, and that's what caused that.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. You know, at first glance, it looked like Essery might have got into him, but let's take this slow motion here, folks. You be the judge. Let us know here as we are in HMS TV slow motion. The 3 right about here kind of loses it, goes down the track just a touch. But again, the 20, I don't think the 20 expected the 3 to kind of slow down there like he did, unfortunately. So one last time, take a look, folks. This will be the last time we show it, so let us know what you think right here. There you have it. So caution number 3 out for the night here. Let's see if we got any takers to go down pit road. I am not really seeing anybody. So we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. You know, how long these guys going to stay out on these sets of tires.
We do have some activity down pit road, starting with Jesse Becker in the number 97. He's going to come down and get some service. Christian Taylor's following. Chris Essery, Ivan DeChamps, Dennis Hasman.
And Christopher Reynolds, the final down pit road. So not a bad strategy, especially for, Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor. I mean, they were running near the back there. May as well swing some alternate strategy and see if it works out for you.
Yeah, at this point, you might as well. I mean, it has been 21 laps. Eventually, the leaders are going to have to pit. just if this stays green, I do like that call of pitting now.
Now, the bad news for them, though, we are going to have a stage break at the start of lap 35. So I don't know if this is really a great strategy, because if you stay out this far before the stage, you're kind of going to be a sitting duck after the stage. So I'm not sure how this could really work out.
You're right. I didn't even think about the stage. Yeah, I take back everything I just said. I would not have pit. Forgot about the stage there, Blake.
Now, if we were like 5 to go here till the end of the stage, I could see it. But right now we're sitting at about 12, 13 laps left to go. So I don't know. Maybe we get a few more cautions before the stage and it works out. But for now, it's going to be Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming out front.
Taking a look at the live viewers in the YouTube chat, Blake, we got Danielle Taylor. Shout out to the viewers, families, and supporters in the comments. We got Connor Gerard. Who would have thought Connor Gerard would be here tonight?
Oh, yeah.
The Robbins Wild family. Robbins in 4th place. Absolutely. P4 right now for that number 5. Granddaddy Longlegs in the chat. Bad Sacks in the chat.
Yep, and that's actually Christian's dad, Bad Sacks. So.
Oh, Bad. Okay. Nice.
And Christian's, hopefully he doesn't let his family down at night. I mean, he's got the wife and the dad in the chat.
Nice. And by the way, if me and you forget how many cautions there's been this race, Connor Gerard is on top of it, letting us know how many restarts we're on.
Yeah, no, he always is. Connor's always letting us know what caution we're on. Just basically any information we need, Connor Gerard's got it. So appreciate you, Connor, and everybody else tuned in here tonight. Let's see if we can keep this thing green at least until the end of the stage with just about, what we got, 12 laps left to go.
And they did not make it 14 and a half laps. So, Blake, you and I just won a lot of money.
Yeah, let's go.
A lot of money.
Oh, only on a minus 200 odds, though, it looks like. But the pace truck is in. Field is set. Tucker on the inside. Fleming on the outside into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air. And these fans are pumped up, Daryl. They're on their feet. They're off their seats.
No doubt about it. The fans are excited. We actually have a lot of action on the track. The entire track too wide, pretty much, Blake.
Boy, much more interesting than the last restart. We went single file instantly. Well, not here. Let's see if we can keep it clean and green. We're watching a battle for the 12th position. Derek Fye trying to hold off the 2 of Cody Keller. Time to go trackside here. Cover your ears. It might get a little bit loud. Listen in. Here comes your race leader, Steve Tucker. The rest of the field right behind him. We got a cameraman right up on the wall.
No, the cameraman's actually in the same spot.
Goodness. Why is he so close to the track?
Usually he's on the apron on the inside of the track and he gets ran over. So.
Well, Daryl, they yelled at us about that. So we ended up, what we did is we put the cameraman on top of the safer barrier. So he's in between the fence and the wall.
Right. That's a good spot for him.
Perfect spot. I mean, it's safe. There's a barrier in between them. I mean, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, Christian was not doing a great job before of keeping safety in mind with these cameramen. That's why they're no longer with us.
Yep, good point. You know what? If I'm Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor back there, I'm just going to save my tires here. 9 laps left to go. They just got fresh tires. I'd be coasting around. I mean, you're not going to get lapped in 9 laps. I'd probably be about 4 seconds off pace.
It's exactly what I'd be doing right now. I wouldn't even be trying to keep up with the field.
That's probably part of it. I mean, Jesse Becker, honestly, this is probably the worst I've ever seen him run anywhere. He kind of looks like a joke out here tonight. So hopefully it's a strategy call and he's not just that slow.
I'd be willing to bet it's a strategy call. Looks like he just easily let Mr. Ansman go right by him. He's just chilling in the back.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, he's not taking it easy. Your race leader, Steve Tucker. I mean, you mentioned tire wear. Well, stage 1, you don't have to worry about it because you're only going 35 laps, and half of that's been under green so far. So Steve Tucker is turning and burning them tires.
Yeah, that's a good point. He can get away with it now, but after the stage break, I'm not going to be able to get away with that if we actually do have a long run here.
Look at this beautiful shot of that number 1 machine, Harpoon Design Racing machine of Steve Tucker, your race leader. He's led every lap so far with Matthew Fleming in the 2nd position here. Tell you what, don't count out that 88 of Matthew Fleming. He had some bad luck last week. Let's see if we can get the job done here in Nashville.
Yeah, he's right where he wants to be, right here in P2, just kind of following along, doing exactly what he needs to do. But again, long race. We're only coming up on lap 30 out of 150.
Yep, going to be 5 laps to go here for stage number 1 as we are still clean and green. These guys haven't wadded it up quite yet since this restart.
I did just get an alert that Marshall Harris just left. I was looking out on turn 2, and Marshall just took the trailer and left the track.
Oh, man, that is unfortunate. One of the heavy favorites, Marshall Harris, unable to even log a lap, Daryl. I am shocked.
Yeah, they must have forgot to put gas in it. Something must have happened.
Or his girlfriend called and he had to leave.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's probably more likely. But nonetheless, we drop back a bit here. Chad White finds himself in the 6th position, trying to get around. We got a lap car, RMR on the car, whatever that is, in the 17 machine. Christopher Reynolds. But Steve Tucker still out front. Appreciate you folks tuning in. Be sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments who you pulling for so we know who to watch for. Who's your favorite driver? Who you got to win this thing? And more importantly, who do you want to wreck? I mean, I'm not going to lie, Daryl. I'm kind of hoping this one machine, Steve Tucker, maybe backs it into the wall.
Yeah, that might work. Like, I'm looking at this battle for 13th. There's just cars that, well, it looks like they sorted out now, but man, I was just watching this battle for P13, P15. They're all side by side, almost 3 wide back there. It was pretty fun to watch.
And we got some hard racing in the middle of the pack. You know, this is just like real NASCAR racing. Some of the best battles are in the back or in the middle of the pack, and you usually don't even see them on TV because they're busy looking at the leaders.
Yeah, I was expecting them to junk it about 2 laps ago, but it looks like they're racing still nice and clean. Got it all sorted out.
Chris Estrie, though, he has the afterburners on after being involved in that incident earlier, up to the 16th position here. See if he can get some track position back with just 2 laps left to go in stage number 1.
Yeah, he decided not to just hang out in the back and just trying to get a bunch of track position. Unfortunately for him, you know, if he decides to stay out at the stage, all these leaders are going to pit and have fresh tires, and he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you know, that's the bad thing. I mean, you can push all day long. Even if you get up to second, it's really not going to matter because they're all going to pit. So if you plan on staying out, you may as well just put around there. But nonetheless, we'll just have to wait and see how this goes out as we have 1 lap left to go here as Steve Tucker's actually going to cross the tri-oval. He is your stage 1 winner. Fleming comes in 2nd, Meeks 3rd, Robbins 4th, and then Joseph Mealy rounds out your top 5. But we're going to take a quick break here. That's caution number 4, stage 1 in the books. But thankfully, Daryl, no more stages to worry about here tonight. We are back here in the Harpoon Design 200 Wheels America Racing Cup Series, and he entered the pits in first. Daryl, he leaves the pits in first. Steve Tucker, our Stage 1 winner here tonight.
Yeah, it's a dominating performance so far. I think we should bring him in and chat with him. What do you think?
I'm pumped up. Let's get him in here.
Steve Tucker.
Steve Tucker, Blake, and Daryl in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hello, I do.
Steve, what a dominating performance so far. I think you've led every lap. Stage 1 winner. Congrats on that. What is your strategy for for the rest of the race?
It's tough. I mean, right now we can go about 45 laps. It looks like on field. So I'm looking at the race backwards here. So, it looks like maybe a 2-stopper-ish could be possible here. Actually, less than that. Probably a 2-stopper. So it just depends on how cautions fall and things like that. I mean, right now tires feel pretty good. They're right where I want them, tire wear-wise. So I feel pretty good. I think it's feeling the best right now because I'm up front. If I were to get in the back of the field, I think that's going to kill me. But it's just, this track is just, it gets so aero tight and it gets just gets messy. So for now, I feel pretty good. I got to stay up front and just hold these guys off.
Yeah, well, looks like definitely hard to pass here tonight, Steve, but it looks like you're about to drop the hammer and go green. So we'll send you back up there, and we wish you luck the rest of the night.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that was your Stage 1 winner, Steve Tucker, and we're going to switch over audio channels. We're going to drop the hammer and go green here shortly, folks. As the field is bunched up, you're going to see that pace truck take the hard left down pit road. All night long, it's been Tucker on the inside, Fleming on the outside. Nothing's going to change here as the pace truck is in. Field is set, rolling into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air, clean and green through the tri-oval as they head towards turn 1. Great jump from Steve Tucker.
Yeah, and absolutely a great jump. He just talked about it, clean air out front. He definitely wanted to jump as fast as possible and get out to an early lead.
Absolutely the car to beat here tonight. Steve Tucker out front. Thomas Meeks takes over the second position here. Daryl gets around the 88 of Fleming.
Yeah, he is my pick to win. I know it's still early, lap 39, but this is, or 40 here, but this is a great start for Thomas Meeks if he wants to win this race.
Yeah, right now we're on board with Matthew Fleming in that third position. We got a door-to-door battle between Dylan Morante and William Robbins for the fourth position.
Well, looks like we got a spinner in the back plate, Christian Taylor. Oh, no.
Man, he's backwards. They're staying green.
They are staying green.
Well, I think Christian's apologizing on the radio here. Let's try to take a look. There's Christian right there. Hang on. Let's find this view from Christian's angle. So here you go. Here's Christian Taylor on the bottom. He just loses it there.
Flex Ivan Deschamps in the process, unfortunate.
Yeah, well, nonetheless, we're still clean and green. Steve Tucker, your race leader. Meeks second, followed by Fleming, Robbins, and Morante, your top 5. Meanwhile, Josh... Oh, go ahead, Daryl.
Oh, I apologize. Another driver I wanted to mention is Dylan Morante. He is up 11 spots from the beginning of this race. Has fresh tires, P5. Nice solid work so far from Dylan Morante.
Yeah, great run from him for sure. And you bring up your HMS TV hard charger board. Actually, Landon Bednarz is up 12 positions in the 9th spot. Started all the way back in 21st position up to 9th. Meanwhile, Joseph Mealy out of Schenectady, New York in the 6th position. So we got some battles here a little bit further back in the field. Take a look here. Chad White's dropped back to the 12th position.
Yeah, that is a mess back there where Chad White is. There's a lot of action going on, like you said earlier. In the back of the field always sometimes has the best action. Oh, it looks like we just got Robert Hussong in the wall. A little slow, but he's doing okay.
Yeah, you know, Steve mentioned getting aero tight here, and that is for sure. I mean, being in that dirty air is just absolutely brutal. So it's tough to pass here in Nashville, not going to lie. So track position is as important here as just about anywhere. Well, we jump back up front here. Steve Tucker with about a 7/10 of a second lead almost on Thomas Meeks. You know, Daryl, what do you think the key is? Probably just, I mean, you save the tires, obviously, but you got to keep that track position. So if you're Steve Tucker, I'd kind of maybe wander back there a little bit and just keep that race lead, but save as much tires as you can.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was a little distracted. Dennis Ansman just almost looped it coming out of 3. Blake went all the way down, almost to the inside wall, in the grass. Kind of cut the grass a little bit, but he's back on track, no caution.
We got a replay here. Let's take a look. Here's Dennis Ansman. Let's see if he gets a little bit of help here. Nope, just loses it there. Down onto the track, keeps it rolling, and he's good to go. But here comes Matthew Fleming reeling in Thomas Meeks for the second position. Fleming looking to the inside here. $104 laps left to go here, Daryl, in the Harpoon Design 200 race with the Wheels America Race Cup Series. Shout out to our channel sponsors here tonight, Juicy Spider Studios. Head on over there looking for some 3D graphics, video rendering, all that good stuff. They can hook you up. And we also have Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Shoot them a message on Discord. It's Bubba Myers Custom Designs, all on Discord. One word. But Chris Essery has found himself up to the 10th position after an early incident. With Juicy Spider Studios on the car, he has worked all the way back into the top 10.
Yeah, it looks like we got some support in the chat for Mr. Chris Essery. Liam is yelling, "Go, Tad, go!" in the chat. Love to see that.
Yeah, we got Roxanne Chavez Essery, I believe. Can't remember if that's his mother or grandmother. I know he's got a lot of family members that love tuning in to HMS TV. Steve Tucker coming up on some lap traffic. I believe that is the 7 of Ivan DeChamps.
Yeah, luckily for Ivan, there is nobody else that's 1 lap down. So if he does get lapped here, it's not the worst thing in the world. If a caution comes out, he can be lucky dog and get right back into it.
Absolutely, as Fleming still holding on to that second position. Is he going to try to push and reach Steve Tucker, or is he just worried about saving tires? It's going to be interesting for sure as we pull up your HMS TV pit strategy board. You know, Steve mentioned he could go, what, 46 laps or so, and yeah, we got one off track.
That's Ivan.
Well, so
that was almost critical for Steve Tucker. He got loose right in front of him. That could have been awful, Blake.
Absolutely.
Awful.
Well, for Steve's sanity, thankfully, that didn't happen. But you know, Daryl, you know, part of me wants Steve to win because we know when he wins these races, he watches the entire broadcast back. Is that right, Daryl?
That's what I've heard. Your viewership, if he wins a race, is just going to skyrocket because he will watch the race tonight in full. He'll watch it tomorrow, and he might even watch it the next day as well, Blake. Can you believe that?
You know, rumor has it, Daryl, I'm pretty sure whenever he wins one of these races, he gets his girlfriend, and the next night they have date night, and he watches the entire broadcast with her.
That's what I've heard. The girlfriend wants to go out for steak and lobster. Steve says, nope, I'm making hot dogs. I'm boiling hot dogs, and we're going to sit on the couch and watch Hutchinson Motorsports TV. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I think it is true.
It's the simple things for Steve Tucker. You know, a man who loves boiled meats and Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
Yeah, perfect combination, right?
Can't beat it. But we have 99 laps left to go. Hey, we're in the double digits now, Daryl. We're getting there.
We are getting there. Lap 52. Yeah, I mean, lap 52 or 53, excuse me, out of 150. We're a third of the race done, Blake.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're basically already done. But right now we're watching Noah Rainwater out of Lincolnton. No clue where that is. For some reason, I want to say Nebraska, but maybe I'm making that up. But let's hop on board with your 13th place car, the 05 of Noah Rainwater. Behind him is the 97 of Jesse Becker in the 14th position. Jesse started all the way in the back after missing qualifying. He tried to get a lap in, Darrell, but it was too late for the 97. Oh, Christopher Reynolds' junk caution is out. Let's take a look. Oh, sorry, wrong button. There we go. Take a look here, folks. Christopher Reynolds loses it off the corner, goes down on the apron, straight back up the track. Oh, my God! What are you doing? Darrell, sometimes when you know you're going off the track, sometimes it's okay to lift, don't you think?
Yeah, sometimes. Apparently, it wasn't okay this time to lift because, yeah, you're right. He just went up and absolutely just jumped Michael James.
Boy, I feel bad for Michael James. Let's hop in car here with Christopher Reynolds. See how he handles this. Well, he gets off the throttle, just never touches the brake, and I don't know. Unfortunate situation nonetheless. Christopher Reynolds, I believe, was already a lap down, Darrell.
Christopher Reynolds was 3 laps down. Michael James was not a lap down, and Michael James is the one who has a meatball. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, so his not well. They do have a fast repair actually here, Darrell. So I think he'll be okay to get it fixed up and rolling. But Steve Tucker checks up, waits for the pace car. Folks, we may as well take a quick break. Appreciate you tuning in. Be sure, drop a comment, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We will be right back here. You're watching the Harpoon Design 200 with the Wheels America Racing Cup Series as Steve Tucker stays out and the rest of the field behind him. Hang him out to dry, Darrell.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be fun when we come back to green.
Yeah, he is toast. But we'll be right back, folks. We are back here at Nashville, and Darrell, what do you think of this strategy, if you want to call it, for Steve Tucker?
Yeah, this is going to be dangerous. You know, the top 4 stayed out. Everybody else pit. And Blake, I just want to tell you, Steve Tucker is listening to us as he's driving around. He put in the chat, "Bring me up." Well, Steve, we know you're listening. We already brought you up once. You can't hog all the TV time. But I would mention that I would guess to say that he's going to tell us that this is all part of the strategy. But we're about to find out very quickly.
And we're going to see how big these tires wear here as the pace truck is in. Field is set. Tucker rolls into the Juicy Spider restart zone. On his outside, Joseph Mealy. Green flag in the air here at Nashville. Jump on the back view here of your race leader, Steve Tucker. And here we're going to find out quickly how much these old tires wear down.
The man to keep an eye on will be Matthew Fleming. Right now, he's in Thomas Meeks and Matthew Fleming, P4 and P5. They have the freshest tires on the track. and we'll see how quickly they run down these top 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this works out. I mean, maybe it's important to save a set of tires at the end of the race. I'm not sure what the tire count they get here tonight, but for now, we know those top 3 might be sitting ducks once these two stop racing each other side by side.
I'm not seeing a crazy difference so far, but we've only been back to green for 2 laps. We'll give it about, I'd say we should really know here in the next 10 laps if this stays green.
Yeah, I was talking to Chad White before the race, and he was telling me how he didn't really notice much fall off, which is kind of surprising. I mean, it's a hot day, a concrete track, but he said he ran a whole run. He didn't really notice too much fall off. So I'm looking at some lap times here, Daryl. Steve Tucker's best lap earlier in the race was a 30.48. His last lap at 30.61. So, I mean, you're really not seeing, honestly, hardly any fall off.
The fall off may not be the concern. The concern will be in the next 15 laps or so if there is a caution. And those 3 guys that are out there right now go to pit and everybody else stays out. Then you're going all the way to the back of the pack. That would not be fun for these top 3.
Yep, that's a good point here as we go back up to your race leader, Steve Tucker, and then we bring up your HMS TV pit strategy board. Again, he pit 24 laps ago, so that means he's good to go for at least another 20 laps on fuel or so.
Yeah, that does sound about right. Maybe even more than that, but yeah. I mean, right now we're staying green, a lot of single file, but that hasn't stopped us this entire night. We typically will say, oh, it looks like the whole field's about single file, and then we see a wreck. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out in the long run. In the short term, though, those guys that stayed out might have made a good call, but still 89 laps left to go here. And, I think after the race leaders have to pit, it's still going to be – actually, I'm trying to do the math in my head. You know what, Daryl? They might be good to go after one more stop.
That is a good point as well.
I don't know, though. I'm trying to think. If Steve said they could go 45-ish laps, they might end up being a little bit short. But nonetheless, though, we're basically single file through the entire field. We drop back. Caution is out, trying to see what's going on. Oh, we got Derek Fye into the wall here. Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. The 2 out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, Cody Keller just he just dove it in there. I'm going to guess he didn't necessarily mean to do that, but
I don't know. He's 10 car lengths back.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he made up about 10 car lengths there. I don't know. Let's hop on board here with Cody Keller, and you be the judge, folks. What do you think? I mean, I think it was going to stick, but there's still a car there at the end of the day. So, yeah. Nonetheless, caution is back out. Maybe Connor Gerard can let us know. How many cautions is that, Connor? But the field's bunched up. Now, Daryl, what do you do? I mean, Steve Tucker, yeah, I think is a good call. Come down pit road this time. Oh, no, never
mind. He's
mind.
going to fake it.
Wow.
You knew he was going to fake it. There was no way he was going to come down right there. Absolutely not.
Yeah, now, you know what? I mean, Daryl, if we don't bring him up, he's going to be crying all night long. Should we bring Steve Tucker up?
Let's just bring him up.
Yeah,
okay.
Give him his TV time, Daryl. It's only fair.
All right.
As Daryl gets Steve into the booth here, folks, we are on lap number 65 at a 150 here tonight. And, Daryl, I think you see Steve now, don't you?
Steve Tucker.
I do see Steve. He's actually going to join us in the booth here. Steve,
hello.
I know last caution you said bring me up. Well, you're here. What do you have to say?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just giving the viewers some insights on the strategy here. I know Joseph and I stayed out. I mean, the magic number for me was 60, lap 60. A lot of those guys came on lap 55 during that caution because I feel like they think they can make it on one more stop if there's no more, or if there's more yellows. So I like that call. I wanted to be safe, and I'm also sticking to what I said earlier, as I wanted to stay up front no matter what, because the drafting, the aero is so bad here. So, yeah, we're going to stay up front. Hopefully we get 22 laps more to go in our fuel, so we're going to try and get a pit stop in before that. We'll see how it goes, but Joseph and I seem to be on the same strat here.
Yeah, you do seem like you have the skill to get it done. You seem like you have the speed to get it done. We'll just see if this strategy works out for you. Blake, do you got anything for Steve?
No. I mean, Steve kind of gave us some good insight there. Now, Steve, you still believe everybody's going to have to pit one more time regardless, right?
They will, yeah. We can go about 45 laps on fuel. So that 60 lap mark was, 90 laps to go. So at this point, I mean, I can pit at any point and definitely one stop it from here on out after I pit. So we'll see. Hopefully this next time I pit, it's in a couple, 10, 20 laps. That way everyone else comes down behind me and we're all on even tires again. So that's the goal here.
All right. Well, hey, we wish you the best of luck here. You've led every lap so far, I believe, and let's see if you can keep it going.
Yes, sir.
That was Steve Tucker, your race leader. As we jump over to switch audio channels, we are about to drop the hammer and go green once again here at Nashville. Again, Steve Tucker, your race leader, is going to be on the inside. On his outside, going to be the 39 of Joseph Mealy. Now, Daryl, if I was hearing it right, Steve's saying he's going to have to stop 2 more times, right?
I do believe so. That's what he said. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
I'm pretty sure that was the case, but I think the rest of the guys only have to pit once that pit on that last caution. But nonetheless, the pace truck is in. Field is set, rolling into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air, and a great jump there from the bottom line. Clean and green through turns 1 and 2. It's Tucker out front.
Oh, boy, Blake.
No. Oh, he saves it for a second. I think we're good, Daryl. That's close.
We are good, but at what expense? P19 for Thomas Meeks. P20.
Continue. He's going to basically go from the front row to last. So Thomas Meeks out of San Antonio. Tough call there. I'm trying to see what happened here, folks. We're still clean and green. Let's see this replay real quick from the green flag. So here's the green flag. It's going to be a long replay, but this is the closest event we had to it, folks. So we're just going to watch this restart as, you see Steve Tucker shoot off like a rocket ship. Does Meeks get a little bit of help from behind? Let's see. Goes into the corner here. He just comes down the track there a little bit too much. So still clean and green as Steve Tucker continues to lead out front with Chad White in second.
Well, that's one way to not worry about guys with fresh tires. They get involved in a wreck and they go to the back.
Yeah, the only thing, I'm worried about these top 3 or 4 here is, again, if they do have to stop that extra time, is that going to hurt them? Because eventually they're going to have to cycle to the back. I know Steve didn't want to get the dirty air, but, I mean, here in 15 laps or so, he's going to have to pit regardless.
Yeah, that's one thing I worry about. If this does stay green and and those leaders have to pit under green, then they're going to be in trouble. They're going to go a lap down, and then if the caution comes out, they're going to really be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks they should have pit on that last caution because it's kind of obviously we've had a handful of yellows already, but I mean, it's kind of risky counting on counting on a caution here in the next 15 laps or so.
Yeah, Blake, I was also just watching Jesse Becker. He must have thought that the infield grass was a little too tall, and he went down and cut the grass in the trial on lap 69 coming to 70.
Here it is. See if he gets a little bit of help there. Nope, just loses it. Yep, he's getting a grounds crew bill for sure.
That's exactly right.
Might have done that intentionally, honestly. You see Tyler Smith, though, been a pretty good night for him so far in the 6th position here out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. He last pit over on lap number 55 with the guys that all pit on that caution.
We got a nasty wreck in the back, Lake. Caution is out.
Michael Lanphier involved.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Michael Lanphier involved. Dexter Canopy involved.
Boy, look at those maneuvers there from the 09 of Phi. Great job avoiding that wreck. Let's see how this started once again here, folks. Rewind this just a bit. So here's the American Badass, Michael Lanphier. I tell you what, that is one guy you don't want to mess with. But here it is, folks. Goes into the corner, kind of loses it, and there you have it. Smokes the 2, smokes the 76. The 09 of Fire does a great job there to avoid him.
Yeah, I wonder what those two cars did to Michael Lamphere to cause him to want to take them both out in the same wreck. I don't know.
It definitely did something, but now, Daryl, if you're Steve Tucker, Chad White, Joseph Mealy, I mean, you got to pit here, right?
Well, you would think so, but I don't know if they will.
I mean, they can only probably go, again, he said 45 laps, but we have had a few cautions, so let's call it 50 laps. I mean, that's in 14 laps or so. I don't know. I think it's just too risky to stay out there, go a lap down, pitting under green.
Yeah, I agree. But at some point, if we keep getting these cautions after 6 or 7 laps over and over and over again, at some point, they are going to have to pit.
So we'll see what happens here this time around. I believe they're going to make their decisions to head down pit lane. We check out the HMS TV chopper cam. Steve Tucker, is he going to stay out? I think he's going in, Daryl. He's going to fake him.
No,
he's not.
Staying out.
Wow, I'm mind blown.
He didn't even try to fake it that time.
So that's going to be Justin Malarkey, Dylan Morante, a lot of guys in the back heading down. So Malarkey pitting. He last pit on lap number... hang on, I lost my... I lost it. So I have no clue who we got left out there that pit with Steve Tucker.
Chad White, P2 pit with Steve Tucker last, Joseph Mealy in P3, and then everybody else has pit since.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of confused, honestly, being the race leaders. I feel like these guys just want to pit under green or something.
I think they know that we're getting cautions every so many laps, and I think what they're planning on doing is one of these times a caution is going to come out and everybody's going to come back down. That's what they're hoping for, to not be on a different strategy.
Yeah, that makes sense, and if they can go 45 laps on green, I mean, there's no way they could make it to lap 105 here to make it a one-stopper, so I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. It's going to be Steve Tucker, your race leader, Chad White in the second position, and Joseph Mealy in third, all of them on this alternate strategy here. They haven't pit since lap 55. Or I'm sorry, 36. The rest of the field pit on lap 55.
I'm being told, Blake, going back to Lincolnton, I'm being told that there's one in North Carolina and Georgia. I forget which driver is from that town, but
it's Noah Rainwater from Lincoln. I'm guessing he's from North Carolina.
There you go.
Be a good guess, but hey, we are bunching them up here, folks. It's going to be Tucker, White, Mealy, Fleming, Larson, your top 5. Now, Daryl, what's the Vegas odds on the over-under here for the next caution on laps?
Well, now I'm being told it's over-under 7.5. What do you think?
Oh, wow. They're losing faith in this field here, Daryl. I'm taking the over this time.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under, Blake.
All right, so you got the under, I got the over. You know what? Let's call this a dead even bet, so we're not getting these minus 250 odds that we've been getting all night.
Yeah.
We're taking the casino out of it. They're not cutting off the top like they normally do.
Yeah.
But we're bunched up here.
I'm sorry, Blake. I just want to mention I'm also being told that since we're in Nashville, Taylor Swift is in the grandstands tonight. I had no idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I did hear Travis Kelce signed a 1-year deal today with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Base car is in. Field is set, folks. We're about to drop the hammer and go green. Rolling into the Juicy Spider restart zone. In the flag stand, pumped up. There it goes. Green flag in the air. Tucker out front's going to be Mealy in second, White in third. As they go down the backstretch there, Steve Tucker with about a quarter of a second lead. Just a matter of time. These top 3 are going to have to pit here. Actually, as Chad White gives up the third spot there on those older tires. Again, we're not really seeing a lot of fall off here.
Well, I will say Joshua Larson, someone that we haven't really talked about at all this race, he's up to P3. He did take tires with all those other guys a couple cautions ago. And so he's only been out for 21 laps on these tires, and most of those laps, it feels like it's been under caution. He's in P3. Let's see how fast he can run down these top 2.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, you know, and if you're Josh Larson, I mean, you know you're going to cycle into the race lead after these guys pit. Maybe you just take it easy. We got a door-to-door battle here with Matthew Fleming getting around Chad White, taking over the 4th position. Right behind him is going to be the 20 of Chris Estrie trying to make a move on the inside.
Yeah, you just named off all the guys that have the freshest tires. Matthew Fleming, Chris Estrie, and Joshua Larson. You have P2, 3, 4, and 5 on fresher tires than the 2 leaders. This is going to be fun.
Now let's shout out Christian Taylor right now running in this 10th position. Now, Darrell, one thing to remember, Christian Taylor last got tires on lap 64 when a lot of these guys up front hit on lap 55.
Yeah, he definitely has some of the freshest tires on the track right now, running P11 or P10. Yeah, doing nice, solid work right now by Christian Taylor. I'm sure he's going to find a way to screw it up, but for right now, great job.
Those are fighting words. Danielle Taylor in the chat. She's not going to be happy, Darrell.
She'll get over it. I mean, when you have a guy that, you know, puts his cameraman in horrible positions and gets them hurt on the track and then fires the other crew, like, you know, like, I don't really have any sympathy for Christian Taylor.
Yeah, well, we'll just wait and see as he's in this battle for the 10th position with Justin Malarkey. As we jump back up front, Steve Tucker, he's got almost a second lead on him. As we pull up your pit strategy board, he last pit 44 laps ago along with Joseph Mealy.
I think this is exactly what these 2 leaders want, Steve Tucker and Joseph Mealy. They want this to stay green now for as long as possible. You can see there is no fall off. They're running just fine up in P1 and P2. The longer this stays green, the better the chance that when a caution comes out, everybody will pit at the same time and everybody will be on the same pit strategy, and that just benefits them more than anybody else.
We're finally seeing some bump drafting, Darrell. I've been waiting all night long. Looks like Matthew Fleming gets a push through the front stretch from the 20 of Chris Esri.
Yeah, and I'm also watching Dennis Ansman. He wants part of that bill. He just cut the grass coming to lap 82.
Take a look here as those 2 are still side by side. Here is Dennis Ansman. Been a rough race for him here tonight.
He's spinning on the backstretch. He's stopped on track. This might bring out a cut. Nope. He did the right thing and went down to the grass.
So this is right after that, folks. So he spins out on the front stretch, goes to the back stretch. He does it again, Darrell.
Yeah. I mean, I think these guys are getting paid for cutting the grass. I don't think they're getting the bill. I think they're getting paid.
You're probably right. I mean, maybe the mowing bill was a little too high, so we're getting it done here tonight in Nashville.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
Well, Steve Tucker, still your race leader. In the chat, we've got Kerwin Marshall. He's known as the weapon in this league, and he's good buddies with Steve Tucker, Darrell. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Talk to me about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I know last season, Kerwin Marshall, he wrecked Steve along with the rest of the field 10 times. But Steve wasn't happy one night after the race. Kind of called him out on it. And if you can believe it or not, Steve Tucker got a little hot-headed in the chat.
Oh, no way. Steve? There's no way he would do that. Not a chance.
Nah, no, I honestly made that whole thing up.
I'm sure you did.
Well, right now, Jesse Becker finds himself in the 15th position. Good-looking machine. He's got a fisherman on the car here. Oh, hard into the wall. Caution's out.
Oh.
Tyler Smith has just junked it. Oh, and there's others involved. Landon Bednar's involved as well. Let's take a look here, folks. What happened? Tyler Smith, he throws a slide job there. I don't think he lifted Darrell. And he collects the 16. Wham. There you have it.
Now, the big question. A lot of these laps have been under caution, but I'm seeing Larson, 30-lap stint. Chris Esri, 30-lap stint. Matthew Fleming, 30-lap stint. Again, a lot of those laps are under caution. Was this enough time for everybody to pit for gas and tires, or are we going to see the top 2 pit by themselves?
Obviously the top 2, they have to pit here. I mean, just staying out would just be a death sentence for them. I'm not going to lie. If I'm Josh Larson, I think I'm pitting because you're going to have to stop twice. Why not just go in, come out potentially third instead of dealing with cycling to the back later on?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the leaders are definitely going to want Josh Larson to follow him and everybody else behind him. But do they actually? We'll see here. Steve, I don't think he's going to fake this time. He's going to come down pit road. Here we go, Blake.
There we go, finally. And there you have it. Looks like a big chunk of the field. Josh Larson stays out, but a lot of these guys took my advice and went down pit road. So we got Larson, Malarkey, Moranti, Robbins, and Becker all out on the track. Everybody else essentially down pit road. So, well, we may as well take just a short break, folks. Don't you go anywhere. Don't touch that tuner, and we'll be right back. We are back here in the Wheels America Racing Cup Series, Nashville Super Speedway. The strategies have been shooken up here as Josh Larson, Justin Malarkey stayed out there, and a handful of others. But everybody else down pit road for some fresh tires. Front row going to be Larson on the inside with Malarkey on the outside. Row 2, Morante and Robbins as we are bunched up, ready to roll, about to drop the hammer and go green. Steve Tucker was your race leader, comes out of the pits in the 8th spot. So let's see how he handles this dirty air as the pace truck is in. Field is set, rolling into the juicy Spider restart zone here at Nashville. Green flag back in the air. Larson holds on to the race lead, heads into turn 1, keeps Morante behind him, but let's drop back, take a look at Steve Tucker with those fresh tires, see what he can do, currently in the 10th position from Boston, Massachusetts. Nowhere to go for him right now. He's going to have to be patient, stuck behind the 09 Derek 5 with cars underneath him. Josh Larson heads into turn 1, still your race leader, but we got a battle for the 2nd position. It's going to be Morante holding on, and here comes William Robbins and Justin Malarkey.
I am back, Blake. Sorry, the concession stands at Nashville were packed, so it took me an extra couple of minutes to get a drink.
Well, there's nothing else to do here at the track, Daryl, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, again, this track, it looks like they just built a small banking around a big parking lot here in Nashville. Zero scenery. I mean, basically nothing except concrete everywhere. But right now we got Jesse Becker currently in the 6th position trying to battle with Thomas Meeks as they're banging doors here right now off the corner.
Yeah, Thomas Meeks is the guy who's up the furthest in the field at P5 with those fresh tires pitting 5 laps ago. He is on a roll right now. And again, remember, he's my pick to win.
Absolutely. It's Josh Larson controlling this race. 59 laps left to go. Again, we know these guys can go at least 45 laps on a full tank of fuel. So the guys that didn't pit, I mean, basically the rest of the field, I mean, you got to go around 45 to go. So here in the next, I don't know, 13 laps or so.
Yeah, they will definitely be hoping for a caution no earlier than lap 105. Guaranteed. They do not want to see a caution right now. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh, no, it looks like he's going to save it, Blake.
Jesse Becker goes off track, almost junks it. He's able to keep it out of the wall. Let's take a look at what happened. Loses it. Boy, it's been a rough night there for the 97, Jesse Becker. My, oh, my.
Yep.
William Robbins off track as well. Take a look here what happened with the 5 machine. Did he get some help? Well, everybody getting loose. Oh, yeah, he got a little help there.
Good on these guys not to park it just right in the middle of the track after they do this, by the way.
Yeah, boy, William Robbins doing some burnouts, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's got to tell that man there's still 55 laps to go.
Yeah, we check out the 36 machine, Dylan Morante. New paint scheme for him here this week, done by our buddy over at Bubba Myers Custom Designs, folks. Head on over there, shoot him a message on Discord, Bubba Myers Custom Designs, all one word, on Discord. He can get back to you here shortly, but we got your race leader, Josh Larson. A little bit of blinkage going on here as he keeps it rolling out front.
Yeah, Larson is definitely blinking a lot right now. Hopefully he gets that resolved and stops downloading some questionable content while he's racing. But yeah, Dylan Morante, we talked about earlier, he's up 14 spots from the beginning of the race, and Justin Malarkey up 16 spots from the beginning of the race. Running P3.
Well, you know what? I think we got a connection to the Juicy Spider drone cam. Let's try to take a closer look here of Dylan Morante in the second position, trying to reel in the 51 of Josh Larson as he continues to blink.
Man, I love these drone cams. Look at this.
Look at this smooth. Boy, we got Drunken Spider. You know, he's in the chat. He might be a little drunk, but he's flying this drone pretty good. Now, Daryl, don't double dog dare him to go into the cockpit because he might just do it.
I double dog dare you. Go in the cockpit right now.
Oh, gosh. Here we go. Look out. Dylan Morante. You think he can get in there? Oh, my God. Look out. He's in the cockpit with him. Oh, my God. Dylan Morante, he slaps the, oh, he just slapped the drone out of the, oh, no. We got connection issues with the drone, folks. We're going to bring that back in. Boy, Drunken Spider really stepping up his game with this drone cam as Josh Larson continues to lead. You know, Daryl, some people believe Josh Larson, he has a lag switch and he makes himself blink when he's out front.
Is that true? Wow.
Yeah,
That's something I did not know. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I'm not sure if it's true or not. What do you think?
You know, for him, let's go with yes. It's true.
I'd certainly say so here as we got a cool view here. We're stuck on one camera, man. I'm going to have to fire somebody here, I think. There we go. You're fired. So we're good to go here. Dylan Morante in the second position. Justin Malarkey in third. Fourth position goes to Matthew Fleming. Steve Tucker all the way up to fifth here. Restarted around the ninth or 10th position.
Yeah, I'm checking the numbers right now. The car with the best tires, Matthew Fleming.
Got one into the grass again. Chris Essery going off track here. Let's take a look at what happened. These guys getting loose coming off the corner for sure.
I mean, couldn't they get paid to cut the grass after the race? Why are they doing it in the middle of the race?
I don't think he ever lifted either. Hopefully that car's okay. Might have busted a splitter or something. Well, but please continue, Daryl.
Oh, I was just going to say the two cars with the freshest tires are P4, P5. Matthew Fleming and Steve Tucker. I've been watching the times. They're slightly gaining. You can see the top 5 have a nice breakaway over P6 and the rest of the field. So, yeah, if this stays green for too much longer, I would expect Fleming and Steve to catch these top 3.
Yeah, you know, I'm taking a peek at these lap times as well, Daryl, and yep, it looks like Tucker and Fleming are a little bit faster than the cars in front of them, but it's really not a significant amount as Steve Tucker's trying to look to the inside of that 88 machine.
Yeah, we're pretty much almost at that magic number, by the way. We're on lap 102. If they can go 45 laps on a tank of gas, we're just about to lap 105. If I'm these leaders, if I'm Josh Larson, if I'm Dylan Morante and Justin Malarkey, I'm going to want to see a caution very, very quickly.
Yeah, and if I'm out front, I'm just going to hold my track position. I'm essentially just going to run it until the tank is dry. Because, I mean, we know there's hardly any fall off. There's no reason to short pit the field or anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they will definitely run this dry. They do not want to go a lap down, pitting under green.
But meanwhile, Thomas Meeks from San Antonio finds himself in the 6th position with Chad White in 7th behind him. Going back to the 8th position, we've got the Lincolnton, North Carolina native, Noah Rainwater in that 05 machine. And 9th, Joseph Mealy got a little bit of front end damage, it looks like. And then a battle for 10th between Christian Taylor and Landon Bednar.
Oh, we got Dexter Canopy also cutting the grass. He is stopped right now in the tribal in the grass. So no caution right now. Looks like he's going to get back up on the track safely and continue on.
There you have it, folks. It looks like he just floored it coming out of the corner when probably shouldn't have. He went in reverse there for a bit. Pretty cool maneuver he made. And then he parked it for a while. Not sure if he could get it started. And there you have it. So we're still clean and green. Josh Larson, your race leader.
Hate to see that for a beautiful looking Kellogg's car. But yeah, Dexter Canopy is going to have a lot of work to do. Those leaders are not too far behind him. Hopefully he can stay on the lead lap and wait for a caution.
And we're watching a pretty good battle right here for the 10th, 11th, and 12th positions between Ansman, Taylor, and Bednars right there in the middle of the field. Looks like Steve Tucker has got around Matthew Fleming for the 4th position, which is significant because, I mean, these two are on the same set of tires. So Tucker at least wants to be leading his strategy, and that's what he's doing right now.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. If I talk about how if I'm the top 3, I'm wanting to caution right now. If I'm Steve, I don't want to caution. This thing needs to stay green as long as possible.
Yeah, but he's right there with them here. Again, it's like a 5-car breakaway like you mentioned, Daryl. Then you have Thomas Meeks about a 1.5 seconds behind. With Tyler Smith, we saw him absolutely demolish the wall earlier. Thankfully, they got that car fixed up pretty quickly. He's back out here running 15.
Yeah, that's solid from Tyler Smith, considering what he's been through this race. Good on him for still running P15, still running on the lead lap, and doing the best he can.
Scratch Acker in the chat says there must be banana peels coming out of turn 4. Definitely agree with you, Daryl. I mean, we've seen, I don't know, at least 7 or so guys take that trip down in the infield.
I am listening to the radio chatter. Joshua Larson, will be pitting this time by. Here he comes.
Wow. What a strategy. I mean, maybe I don't know. It could work out. If this thing does stay green, Daryl, there's not much tire fall off, but there is a little bit. So maybe he's just thinking this thing's going to stay green. He better hope it does.
Yeah, he entered pit road nice and smooth. He's not speeding. Hopefully he carefully just gets into his box, gets his fuel and tires, and off he goes.
And right now we're taking a look at your race leader, Dylan Marante, with Bubba Myers Custom Designs there on the arm on the side. Pretty good looking paint scheme out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. Out front, Justin Malarkey in second. I mean, we haven't really mentioned this guy much, but he's been out front all night long, Daryl.
Yeah. Justin Malarkey doing great right now. He's got a little bit of pressure from Steve now for that P2 spot.
Yeah, let's see if Steve just wipes him out. What do you think, Daryl?
Yeah, let's go with that. Steve wiping him out for no reason at all. That's a minus 1,000 in Vegas. Or sorry, plus 1,000. Sorry.
Oh, let's wait and see. Oh, he's getting pretty close there, Daryl. I might take that bet.
Yeah.
But he continues to battle here, battle for the second position. Dylan Morante holds on to the race lead, and right there with him, Matthew Fleming in fourth.
Yeah, since Joshua Larson pit, I'm going to be very curious now to see when Dylan Morante pits, when Justin Malarkey pits. We have 3 different strategies going on right now. We have Josh Larson on his own strategy, going a lap down, pitting on the green, knowing he can make it the rest of the way on gas. We have Dylan Morante and Justin Malarkey, who still need to pit, have older tires. Then we have Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming, who have better tires in P3 and P4.
Yeah, right here we see Josh Larson. I mean, he's a lap down, and I mean, I don't know. It's going to be tough to unlap yourself here. So basically, if we get a caution, Josh Larson is toast. But if it stays green, I think he's going to win this race, Daryl. Well, definitely a gutsy call though from the Josh Larson team. Again, you know, when we haven't stayed green longer than 25 laps or so yet, and he's kind of counting on it here.
Yeah, that's true. I was just listening to the radio comms, and Steve was not happy whatsoever with Dexter Canopy. Dexter Canopy about 2 laps ago just got loose coming out of the corner and almost went up and just annihilated Steve. Steve was not happy about that. That's the second time that Steve's race has almost been ruined by a lap car.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't really have anything on my feed for that, unfortunately. So we're still clean and green here at Nashville. 36 laps left to go here in the Harpoon Design 200 race with the Wheels America Racing Cup Series at Nashville.
Shout out again to all the people watching. We got 20 people, looks like, watching right now, Blake. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, become a member. Blake, you want to tell us what the membership does for Hutchinson Motorsports TV?
Oh, it's a wonderful deal, and I think I actually just added some emojis, if I'm not mistaken. I've been wanting to do that for a while, just haven't had a chance, and I think I added an emoji for members. So, you know what? While we're clean and green here, I'm going to take a look, see if I can maybe access that. All some kinds of cool stuff, though. Click that join button, though, folks. I'm going to take a look, see if we got that going. But we appreciate all our viewers here tonight. Whether you support us that way or support us by watching, couldn't do it without you.
No, notice Blake didn't even ask anybody to join. He just said join. So I did, Blake. I just joined.
All right, check out the chat here, folks. You're about to see something incredible. Look at those emojis I just posted, Daryl.
Oh, look at that.
Do you want access to those, folks? It costs $4.99 per month. That's right, an entire month. Daryl, we're going live. I think I counted this time. We have one off night other than Fridays. So we're going live, I think, 25, 26 times this month. So for $4.99, you can get access to those wonderful emojis for up to 25 plus races.
Did you say $4.99, Blake? Why don't you say $3.99 a month? It's only $3.99 a month.
Oh my, that's a mistake, Daryl. Hang on. We're still clean and green. Jesse Becker into the pits. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Like Daryl said, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let us know who you're pulling for. As Dylan Morante still your race leader. The pit cycles continue. Again, Jesse Becker down pit road in that 97. And boy, this has been a race not to remember for Jesse Becker. Drunken Spider says less than a cheeseburger. That's right, Daryl. I mean, I don't think I've gotten a cheeseburger for cheaper than like $15 in the last few years.
Well, if you buy some leftover meat and boil your burger and don't put any cheese or anything on it, or maybe just one little slice of cheese, you probably could get it for less than $3.99. But if you want a nice quality burger, yeah, it definitely costs more than $3.99, Blake.
Oh, yeah, you know, especially a hamburger. Last time I went to the store, Daryl, not sure about you, but it's about $8 a pound. So, yeah, I mean, a hamburger is definitely expensive.
Yeah, definitely. Well, while we've been talking about cheeseburgers, Joseph Mealy did pit on lap 116, so about 4 laps ago. He's also a lap down with Joshua Larson, so a little bit of different strategy from Larson, but he already pit. So he's got fresher tires. Looks like he had a nice quick pit stop with 4 tires, so he's good to go the rest of the race.
Yeah, Daryl, I'm kind of comparing a couple of numbers here. Joseph Mealy, he's 5 seconds behind Josh Larson. We mentioned there's not a lot of fall off, but it is there. And it looks like Larson had a better pit stop, better entry and exit on the pits. And also he's been gaining some time here in the last 15 laps.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Here comes your race leader.
Dylan Morante down pit road. Nice and easy going into the pits. Yep, perfect. Did not speed.
We got a battle for the race lead here. Steve Tucker trying to get around Justin Malarkey. He's been going to work on him for a while. Gets the job done. Back out into the race lead from Harpoon Design Racing, Steve Tucker.
You got it. Steve Tucker back to the point. But he is another guy that will have to pit at some point. Oh, looks like we got some more takers, Blake. Justin Malarkey down pit road. We have Matthew Fleming down pit road.
Derek Fye, Dylan Morante, Michael Lanphier, American Badass down pit road. Again, you don't want to mess with this guy, Daryl.
Right? No, I learned that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, again, honestly, I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't want to risk Michael shaking me down.
You're right.
But Steve Tucker, he is your race leader here as we pull up your HMS TV pit strategy board. He pit 37 laps ago, Daryl. He could probably only go another 10 laps or so.
Yeah, Thomas Meeks down pit road right now. So this is going to be interesting. If I'm Steve, at this point, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Steve, you're kind of, in your bed no matter what. You just stay out there until it's empty. You hope for a caution. I mean, because you pit now, you're kind of toast anyways. So if I'm Steve Tucker, I'm just hoping for a caution here in the next 10 or so laps.
That would be the best thing for him because most of the field is now a lap down. We got Dennis Ansman giving up the P4 spot. He's coming down pit road right now, it looks like.
Thomas Meeks about to leave pit road. So there we go. We got Tucker, White, Rainwater, Essery, and Smith, your top 5 here with just 26 laps left to go. You're watching the Harpoon Design 200 on the Wheels America Racing Cup Series on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Let's take a closer look here, Daryl, at this paint scheme. Chad White out of Loudon, Tennessee, has Hutchinson Motorsports TV on the car. Let's see if we can get a better look, see if we can maybe connect the Juicy Spider drone cam. Whoa.
Oh, wow. That was almost dangerous for the drone. That's an expensive drone. Careful with that wall, Drunken Spider.
Now, Daryl, how fast do you think these drones go? If you just had to guess, just a normal drone, how fast do you think it can go?
A normal drone, I would say maybe about 40, 50 miles an hour.
Oh.
Not this drone, though.
All right, well, let's take a look here. How fast do you think these cars go down the straightaway, Daryl?
Pretty fast. Let me see. How about 175 miles an hour down the backstretch?
All right, well, let's take a look here as Chad White comes off the corner. You got Juicy Spider drone behind him. Get ready, folks. We got some smoke up here, but don't worry about that. Blows by him like he's sitting still. Look at this.
Wow. Whoa. That's quick. Wow. Look at him go. That's got to be 240 miles an hour, right?
Oh, yeah. Chad White, he's distracted right now, but we just simply don't care. We got to get these shots, Daryl.
Yeah, I agree. Look at the top of the car. Man, looking really, really good. Are we going in the car, Blake? Is Drunken Spider going to take us in the car?
Oh, he was going to go in the passenger window, I think, but no connection there. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Chad White, hope he's ready for it. Look out, folks. Drunken Spider is in the cockpit with the 28 of Chad White. All right. Well, there's enough.
Sorry, not to interrupt, Blake, but while we've been talking, Joshua Larson, we know he pit from the lead. And a lap ago, he just got loose out of 2, went down into the grass.
Oh,
that is really going to hurt him if this stays green.
Take a look here, folks. Oh, he's blinking all over the track. There you go. He just loses it off the corner. And, man, that is unfortunate. Larson, I mean, he was probably the favorite to win this race unless we got a caution. And goes down. That lag switch didn't pay off for him. So that means, Daryl, now if we're looking at our pit strategy boards, Justin Malarkey would become your race leader once the top 6 have to go down pit road.
That is correct. Yeah, Justin Malarkey, he is the top spot right now, 1 lap down. And it looks like, yeah, he would definitely benefit the most. And I'm also looking, like, his pit stop was only 11 seconds. I believe he only took 2 tires on his stop.
Yeah, but I'm looking right behind him. Matthew Fleming had a 10-second pit stop as well. So 2 tires out front here for this. I'd call it the good strategy right now. But if we get a caution, everything could change.
Yeah, the only thing about us saying that is, you know, we know that Steve has while he's supposed to be driving and listening to his spotter, he's got a special earpiece in his ear. We know he was listening to us earlier. If he's still listening to us now, he might take that as information from us, and that might sway what he does on the track here.
Well, there's really so many options he's got, Daryl, because he's got 45 laps on this tank of gas. I'm not sure if he can make it more than a lap or 2 left.
Yeah, he does not appear to be saving. He just hit 185 miles an hour on the front stretch. Not nearly as fast as a drone, but pretty close. So, yeah, no, he's not saving gas. He'll definitely need to pit at some point. I'm also looking. It looks like he is starting to show maybe a little bit of tire wear. And he is keying up right now, Blake. I think we're going to see him down pit road this time by.
Yeah, you're probably going to see Chad White and Chris Essery and Smith as well behind him enter. As race leader Steve Tucker down pit road. Chad White as well.
Yep, You called it. Steve Tucker, Chad White down pit road together.
Chris
this
Essery's
is
going
not
to stay out, though, for now.
Yep, Chris Essery's going to take over the race lead. But this is not what these leaders wanted to see. Steve Tucker and Chad White, they did not want to pit under green. They were desperately hoping for a caution, I guarantee it.
Yeah, you know, Steve kind of put himself in a hurdle earlier, you know, with that alternate strategy he ran, you know, around the 2nd or 3rd caution. And I think it's coming back to bite him here, Daryl, unless something crazy happens. But Chris Essery down pit road.
Down pit road. Yep, I was just about ready to call it. Oh, he's flying into pit road. It looks like he got it under control before he crossed the line there. It looks like no black flag from Essery. That's good.
There's Steve Tucker, and, yeah, he's way back there. He's about a straightaway behind him, Daryl, by the time he gets up going.
Yeah, we're going to let him get up to speed, and we're going to see exactly what the difference is between him and the race leader, or the race leaders.
Yeah, so Malarkey's going to take over the top spot as Chris Essery still down pit road. They make the pass. New race leader, Justin Malarkey, trying to hold off this 88, Matthew Fleming. Well, you know what, Daryl, if I could change my pick right now, I'd probably take Matthew Fleming. Looks like he's got a little bit more speed in that 73.
Yeah, for sure. It's a battle for the lead here. Yep, Matthew Fleming on the inside.
Sorry about that winning car there, but door-to-door battle for the race lead. Going to be 15 laps left to go. Fleming looks to the inside, drag racing to the line. Fleming leads lap number 135.
Steve Tucker looks like is 2.2 seconds back from these top 2. He is going to want these guys to be side by side the rest of the race.
Yeah, Steve Tucker, he took 2 tires, but I mean, these guys took 2 tires as well. Just there's not enough fall off here for him to reel these guys in unless they're just door to door for 15 whole laps.
That's what's helping him right now. I'm looking at the time, and Steve was back about 2.2. He's already only back to 1.7. He is driving the wheels literally off of his car to get up there with going to come to 13 to go at the line.
Well, Justin Malarkey trying to do him a favor. He's slowing down that 88. I tell you what, if Fleming made the pass for the race lead there, I think this race would be over. But he is hemorrhaging time to Steve Tucker in that 3rd position as they stay side by side for the race lead.
Yeah, Steve's already 1.1 back. You can see him.
No.
He is.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Fleming loses it off at turn 4, just like we've seen happen all evening long. So Steve Tucker now just 1 second behind Justin Malarkey. Daryl, I think he's got plenty of time to reel in that 73.
He definitely has plenty of time to do it, but now Justin Malarkey is not racing anybody. He's got clean air, and he's only on 11-lap older tires. And historically, this race, we have not seen the fall off until about 30 laps in. So He should be able to hold him off, but I don't know. Steve is going to be very aggressive here.
I don't think he can. I mean, Malarkey, let's just be honest. I mean, Fleming was the faster car by far. If Fleming would have took over the race lead, I'd probably agree with you, but I think he's definitely quicker than Malarkey as he continues to reel him in. Last lap around, Daryl, he picked up about half a second.
Yeah, Steve's definitely right there. He's almost on his bumper coming into 3 here. They're going to be coming to 11 laps to go, and they're right there.
One thing to watch, though, Tucker's going to have to go to the bottom to make that pass. Malarkey doing a good job at defending. And off of turn 4, we know it is slippery. And if you're exiting low, it's going to kind of magnify that. If I'm Steve Tucker, I'm looking to pass him in 1 and 2. I do not want to be stuck on the bottom and coming out of 3 and 4. We got 11 laps left to go. Steve Tucker trying to figure out how to get around this 73. Justin Malarkey, who's trying to defend him off the best he can. Third place, Matthew Fleming. He's basically out of the picture, Daryl. 2.5 seconds back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with Matthew Fleming. That all it takes is that one little mistake, and yeah, you're pretty much done. Steve's going to have a big run down the backstretch. Here he goes, Blake.
Looking to the inside. Tucker's going to be stuck on the bottom unless he can clear him here coming out. Not going to be the case. Malarkey going to defend with the top line out of the corner. Steve Tucker looking to throw the slide job. He's going to hold on for now, but they are door-to-door drag racing to the line. Steve Tucker led that lap. Into 1 and 2. Malarkey takes the top line. Tucker gets the job done. No, he does not clear him.
No. Not yet. I think he's going to get it this corner. Steve's been a little quicker in turns 3 and 4. It looks like he has him now, Blake.
There you have it. So Steve Tucker, again, watch him get loose here. Okay, thankfully he keeps it straight. So now Steve Tucker should have the faster car. Daryl, he's definitely going to be the favorite to win this race now.
He definitely is. And he's someone that you and I both did not pick. And, yeah, unless there's a caution, something weird happens, you know, we're both wrong.
You know, I mean, let's be honest. Steve was the best car all night long, but, you know, this race he would not have won. I truly believe if Matthew Fleming makes that pass for the race lead on Malarkey, doesn't get loose coming out of 4, I think Fleming holds on to win this race, but we will never know. Just 7 laps left to go here in Nashville.
Yeah, that just shows you all it takes is one little mistake, and that changes everything for everybody.
But you never know. A late caution could happen. We still got, I don't know, what, 15 miles or so left here. It's going to be interesting for sure.
I would like to say that this will stay green the rest of the race, but we've seen tonight that a caution can come out literally at any lap for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah, we keep it clean and green. Looking around the field, closest battle on the track right here. Derek Fye battling with Christian Taylor in a battle for the 11th position. Taylor holds on for now.
Yeah, nice little run here for Christian Taylor. Holding steady right here in the bottom of the top 10, though. Just doing well, clean car, not getting any incidents. Well, maybe I think he did one earlier in the race, but he got all that sorted out. Just nice solid run by Christian Taylor.
Yeah, we see Chad White now battling in the 5th position, trying to get around the 4th place car of Dylan Morante with about 4 laps left to go this time around. Chad White looking to get to the outside of that 36 on Morante. You know, it's just so tough to make that pass. Morante doing everything he can to defend off Chad White in his battle for 4th. Now, Daryl, if you're out there, where are you looking to get around these guys? I mean, I think Chad White's doing the best he can here, trying to get that hop top side. He loses some momentum, gets sideways.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt him. With only 3 laps to go at the line, it's going to be very hard for him to catch back up to Dylan.
Yeah, you know, Chad White was trying to get that nose to the outside of Morante so he could get the exit off the corner. Just never could get there. Over pushed it a bit, almost junked it, but was able to keep it out of the wall. But Steve Tucker, still your race leader, almost a second lead. Got 2.5 laps left to go here in Nashville. Been a good race so far here, folks. We've had a handful of cautions, but we have had a long, clean, and green run. Some green flag stops thrown there as Steve Tucker comes out of turn 4, crossing the line. 2 laps left to go here in Nashville.
Yep, last thing Steve wants to see right now is a caution. He does not want to see that. He wants to get to the white flag as soon as possible and finish this race.
Half a lap left to go here until he takes the white flag. Can Steve Tucker cross that line, not have to worry about a late caution as he goes through turns 3 and 4? We check out the HMS TV nose cam. Steve Tucker into the tri-oval, white flag in the air. We're going to get a finish.
Well, hopefully he doesn't spin himself out on the last lap like he did last week. I'm teasing. I don't think so. He's got nothing to worry about in his mirror. Just take it easy. One more corner, and he's good to go, Blake.
Through the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time with the Wheels America Racing Cup Series, week number 2 at Nashville Super Speedway. Checkered flag in the air. Steve Tucker wins the Harpoon Design 200. Malarkey brings home second, Darrell. Then we have Matthew Fleming third, Dylan Morante fourth. Chad White rounds out your top 5 here tonight. But, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't you go anywhere. We got some podium finisher interviews coming up next here, right here on the channel. So we'll be right back. See you in one moment. We are back here at Nashville. This one is in the books, Darrell. I think we got some drivers ready for some interviews.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, sounds good. I think we're going to start. Let's bring in P3. Looks like it's Matthew Fleming. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Matthew Fleming, Blake, and Darrell in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Matthew, it looks like you finished P3 tonight. A nice, solid run. Couldn't quite get the win tonight, but again, solid run. And what say you about tonight's race?
Oh, yeah, it felt nice. We got the stage, or P2 in stage 1. And kind of fell back in track position a little bit, so it was kind of battling a whole different kind of challenge back there in traffic. So, and yeah, there at the end, I kind of went with 2. I wasn't sure what everybody else was going to do, and it really, the tire wear is so weird. 2 tires just was able to hold on to against the 4. So, yeah, that was, we did some pit strategy there. got back up. I thought we was going to have P2. I figured Steve was going to get around and win this thing. He was dominant tonight anyway, so I thought I had a better shot for P2. Some close racing. I got loose underneath the 73. But other than that, overall, yeah, I mean, it felt good.
Yeah, Matthew, I mean, you had a fast car all night long, and honestly, to me, it kind of looked like you had that race won. I truly think if you would have got around the 73, you would have had some clean air, and I think you probably would have been the favorite, but unfortunately, like you mentioned, you got loose coming off of turn 4, I believe, which happened all night long, it seemed like.
Yeah, coming out of turns were horrible, and coming out of 4 especially. Turn 2 wasn't too bad. But yeah, coming out of 4, you get that bump there in the middle. 3 and 4, it just unsettles your car so much, anyways. And yeah, but at least I didn't lose all the positions. I just fell back to 3rd or whatever. So yeah, very happy about that at least.
Well, great job out there tonight, putting it on the podium for Flagship Motorsports. Before you head out, though, Matthew, you got any shout-outs for our fans watching at home?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to shout out Flem Dogs Auto Repair once again on the car tonight. Shout out to Harpoon Design. Once again, they are sponsoring some races this year, so shout out to them for coming on board. We got the whole Flagship crew. I know some of us struggled just a little bit, but overall I thought we did pretty good, especially in stage 1. Then yeah, shout out to everybody watching, all friends and family, all the other viewers. Shout out to you guys there in the booth. Appreciate all the work you guys do. And yeah, overall, shout out to everybody in the league. We finally got some good runs there at the end, so very happy for that. And yeah, we'll move on to next week.
All right, well, hey, congratulations. 3rd place finisher here tonight, Matthew Fleming.
Thank you, sir.
There was our 3rd place finisher here, Daryl. Time to bring in the 2nd place finisher, Justin Malarkey. Justin, Blake, and Daryl up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
We do have a copy. How are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good. You know, you're up front all night long, and you had a heck of a battle there with Matthew Fleming near the end of the race, which at the time was for the race lead. But the bad news is it slowed you guys down quite a bit. Steve Tucker was able to get around you pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, that whole time I'm like, oh no, this is for the lead. Don't want to give up the track position, but I just know we were both killing our cars, and it was like one of us were thinking whoever got out front maybe had a chance to hold them off. But like you said, we just kind of both wasted a lot of time, and then unfortunately he got a little loose underneath. It's so hard to pass on the inside here. It's a hard track to pass in general, and that kind of ruined his night. Luckily he was still able to finish 3rd and didn't hurt him too much, but we had good speed. Just it had to get the track position. I think it was lap 75 I decided to pit, and then at 85 another caution came out, or maybe it was 90, and then I chose to stay out. And I just wanted that track position to get that clean air. And then the race finally came to me. And then at the end, went in, took the 2. And Steve got to us and got around us. So we needed about 7 less laps in that race.
Yeah, now, Daryl, what did you see out of this 73 machine of Justin Malarkey?
Yeah, Justin, just solid tonight. Finished in P2. Like you guys already talked about, couldn't quite get the job done winning the race. But maybe next week. What do you think about next week's track?
Yeah, next week. I need to get in here, and I need to put in a solid qualifying lap. I say it every week. Probably everyone's sick of hearing me say it, but I just, qualifying in the 20th, it takes me 80% of the race to work my way up there, and I just need to somehow solidify his top 8, top 10 qualifying start, and that would just, I think, help me, benefit me, and I could kind of stay on the same strategy and go from there. But that'll be our main focus next week.
Yeah, well, we're heading.
Yeah, it looks like you're just gonna have a.
Sorry,
Blake,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it looks like it's a short little drive over to Kentucky for next week's race. So somewhat of a similar track. But before we let you go, do you have anybody you want to shout out, thank, or anybody?
Yeah, definitely similar tracks. I feel like the turns 3 and 4, they're so wide, you think you have all this room to come out of the corner, but then the wall narrows up. You really got to preserve that right front. So hopefully the speed will carry over. But thanks to you guys putting on this show. I know a lot of people's Monday night is great to start the week off racing, nothing better. Shout out to all the family watching. I got to give my sister a shout out, Jamie. Hopefully she's in the comments. She might have got home from work late, but she'll be checking it out. And thanks to everyone else, especially you all.
A great job out there tonight, Justin, putting it on the podium here in the 2nd position at Nashville. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background, folks. I brought the dog into the office, and he is not very happy. But, Daryl, I think it's time to bring in our race winner here tonight.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll bring in Steve Tucker, and Steve's still driving backwards around the track. This is the longest celebration I've ever seen, Blake. But Steve, it's Blake and I. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. We're doing the old Alan Kulwicki reverse victory lap here, but we're taking about 4 or 5 laps. I might even run the fuel out.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, look, you won the race. You dominated pretty much the whole race. Just walk us through that.
Oh, man, yeah, I didn't really expect to do that well today, honestly, because Nashville is just not a track I'm usually great at. And I think I'm going to touch on it before, where this track is just really tight a lot of the time, setup-wise and just, I don't know, overall with this car. But I think the daytime conditions really helped because it loosens the track up. And the setup-wise, I felt like I found a good setting for me to use as far as, entry was kind of tight, but exit was kind of loose. You really had to baby the throttle a bit and, make it stick. So overall, I feel pretty good. I mean, I know I've got speed in this series, but sometimes it just all comes down to certain tracks. But it's one of those things. So I'm happy about it, and we got the first dub of the season.
Yeah, Steve, I mean, you were definitely the car to beat here all night long. Now, there at the end, how are you feeling? I mean, before you saw, Matthew Fleming pull up side by side with Justin Malarkey, were you feeling pretty confident there, or what were your thoughts?
Normally, I'm not the kind of guy to want to be on the offensive, as in undercut and try and chase somebody down like I was tonight or whatever. But they undercut me, and that makes sense because they had no chance really to catch me outside of that. So I basically just said, you know what, I'm going to run my fuel out because I don't want a situation where a caution comes out and then I'm trapped a lap down or whatever. So I came in, took 2 right side tires, and I just figured, okay, well, I'm going to have to chase somebody down, I'm sure, because they took 2 or they had the 10-lap undercut. And then I saw Fleming and Malarkey. I mean, they were battling side by side when I came out, so I caught them pretty quick. Fleming slid, and he was basically out of it at that point. And Malarkey I just tracked down. So honestly, I feel pretty good about it. It's good to get a win, especially after last week's blunder where I probably should have won that race too. But it happens. It's one of those things with racing and this thing we call sim racing. So I feel pretty good, man, about it.
Now, Steve, real quick, though, before you do your shout-outs, watch this finish with us if you'll take a look at my screen share. Daryl, you're seeing this for the first time, too. But we're going to watch this finish here. Take a look. This is a battle for the 14th position. It doesn't look like much of a battle now, but watch this finish. There's Josh Larson.
Okay. All right. Larson doing Larson things,
and
for
the
sure.
checkered flag in the air. Now, what are your thoughts there, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you think back to Ross Chastain at Martinsville, but, Larson doesn't nearly have that kind of talent. So, in a case like this, I don't know. Did he actually make a pass here?
Yes. He passed Christian Taylor for the 14th position right there. Gained about, 10 car lengths on him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fastest Larson's been in at least 3 seasons. So, I don't know. I mean, it might be legit. We'll have to check the rule book, or that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, I have no clue what the rule book states on that, but you guys be the judge in the chat if you're still sticking around. But, hey, nonetheless, Steve, congratulations. Before you head out, though, let's hear those shout-outs.
Yes, sir. As always, Brantley over at harpoondesign.com. Go and check him out. Has 10,000 paints on Trading Paints. Always does the best top-tier work in the business. And go get yourself a paint. harpoondesign.com. Fill out a form. We'll get back to you in usually 24, 48 hours. And paint start off at about $25 each. And, hey, look at that right now on screen, looking really good. 10-year anniversary, by the way, of Harpoon Design. So big shout out. And you guys, obviously, for putting on a kick-ass broadcast every week. And, we're going to get it. I think next week is COTA, so might have a chance there. We'll see. Usually pretty good at road courses. We like those. So should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, Daryl, you got any final words for our race winner here tonight, Steve Tucker?
Yeah, I don't have anything except for good job, and I'm glad you didn't mention Vector. It sounds like he didn't do anything to help you get to victory lane.
No, he didn't do a damn thing. I will say one guy that I want to shout out, definitely Marshall Harris. He made it as long as I've ever seen him in a race. I think he went at least 5 laps, maybe 10. He was out of this race pretty quick.
No, he never touched the grid, Steve.
He never gridded.
Okay. Oh,
He
gotcha.
never
Okay,
gritted.
cool.
Yeah.
Typical Marshall Harris race.
Yeah. You know what? But we're going to give him credit where credit's due. I'm sure his alcohol and his drinking habits are some kind of they're taking over, guys, and we should pray for him.
Going for the jugular there, man. Marshall Harris having some personal problems. Steve attacking him, Daryl.
Yeah, that's the typical. Typical. I would say typical Steve actually, but it's typical Marshall actually. We're gonna play Marshall on this one.
Yeah, let's just be honest. He's a drunk.
Yeah, he is.
Well, nonetheless, congratulations, Steve Tucker, tonight's Harpoon Design 200 winner here at Nashville Superspeedway. Oh boy, what a run here tonight, Daryl. You know, I mean, we saw a little bit of everything. We saw Steve Tucker dominate. We saw him look like he was going to lose the race, and then he was able to take it back, and he's still doing burnouts.
Yeah, this guy is just soaking up all the TV time. Maybe we'll have somebody else next week that can win some stages and win the race, and that way Steve's just not taking up everything. But you know he's going to watch the entire broadcast back, Blake, so that benefits you.
I'm glad, our watch rate just went through the roof because Steve Tucker's going to watch this thing 3 or 4 times. Now, Steve, tomorrow, I mean, we know you're going to watch it tonight, but tomorrow when you rewatch it with your girlfriend, at least have her log into her separate account as well so we can get 2 more views there.
Yeah, that's right.
But hey, appreciate you guys tuning in nonetheless. You just watched the Wheels America Racing Cup Series. Big shout out. It's a Harpoon Design 200 event, but also a big shout out to our channel sponsors here tonight. Juicy Spider Studios. Check them out on Twitter at Juicy Spider Studios or X, whatever you want to call it. And then we have Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Get us a message on Discord. We'll hook you up. But nonetheless, in the booth with Daryl Young Jr., I'm Blake Hutchinson. Daryl, you got any final words for our viewers watching at home?
I don't, except for thanks to everybody for tuning in as always. And we will see you next week, Blake. Thanks for having me, and I will see you next week as well.
All right, well, signing out for Daryl Young Jr., I'm Blake Hutchinson. We will see you back here tomorrow night. Jesse's going to be on the call with the Stars and Stripes Racing League. We'll see you then. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. From over-the-top calls to electrifying action, we bring it all to the table.
The whole field's chunking it. It's a drag race to the checkered flag in the air. Justin Thompson wins the Harpoon Design 500.
But the action doesn't just stop when the stream ends. Whether you're looking for a broadcaster or looking to secure your spot in our next special event, the best way to get a hold of us, and the only way to enter our exclusive events, is to join the HMS TV Discord server.
Don't get left on the trailer. What are you waiting for? Join the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord community today by scanning the QR code shown on your screen. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?